Are you interested in malware analysis and don't really know where to get started or how to get started? Or perhaps you've been doing it for a while now and you still want to refine your skills, such as learning more about static and dynamic analysis, or perhaps using different tools? Well, this is the course for you. So to start off with, in this course, we'll look at how to set up a safe analysis environment, what is dynamic and static analysis, as well as how to perform them, and then the different variations of malware out there today. This is so that anyone who is a beginner in this field can get started and already gain the knowledge they need to start analyzing their next sample, which is what we'll be doing next. After we've gone over the different variations of malware out there today, we'll be looking at the methodology for basic analysis, so static and dynamic analysis. And in this case, we're going to be looking at a real life malware sample, and it's going to be .NET. So this will show you how I analyze .NET samples and any tools that I use along with it. So hopefully as soon as you've watched that video, you'll be able to go out, find other .NET samples, and then refine your skills at analyzing these samples and figure out how to get around different obfuscation techniques, or figure out what different API calls mean, for example. Once we've had a look at the .NET malware sample, we can start moving into the more advanced stuff. So we'll look at x86 assembly and gain an understanding of how it functions and the different instructions that you'll need to know. And then we start looking at the tools we'll be using, specifically IDA Pro 3 for static analysis and x32 or x64 debug for debugging. We'll move on to malicious Windows API to look out for before we slowly move into analyzing a more advanced sample, both using static and dynamic analysis. Now this sample is a sample of Panda Banker, so we're actually going to be looking at a banking Trojan, and we'll actually be extracting the configuration from this sample and decrypting it. So not only will you get an idea of how I analyze these different samples, we'll also be looking at the encryption algorithms it uses, as well as using different tools to actually extract these. So once we've analyzed this sample of malware, which will probably be the longest course video, we'll be moving into my methodology for analyzing PowerShell and Visual Basic samples. So the macros, for example, as malicious Word documents are extremely common nowadays and are usually used as a first stage for most malware, such as Emotet or Handsetter. So it's vital to understand how these downloaders or droppers function. From there, we're going to be looking at how to examine command and control protocols. We'll be using that information to replicate our own command and control server to replay packets to the malware itself and decrypt the data we're trying to decrypt. Then we're going to be moving on to recognizing encryption algorithms and hashing and compression algorithms in malware, both API and custom implementations. And finally, we're going to be moving on to some tips and tricks I have about unpacking different samples. So we're going to be looking at unpacking Emotet, TrickBot, and 2 other samples. Now, 3 of these samples are packed with custom packers written by the authors themselves, or perhaps other malware authors. And one of the samples we're going to be looking at is actually packed with a commercial packer known as VM Protect. So we're going to be looking at how we approach those different packed samples and any tips I have for unpacking them quicker, as there was a lot of demand for how people can unpack these samples in order to get the actual malware itself. So by purchasing this course, you will also be supporting me in creating new tutorials or resources for other people to learn malware analysis from and reverse engineering. So it will help me improve upon my website and create new videos, for example. And so upon purchasing this course, not only will you learn all the topics I've mentioned, you'll also learn anything else you are stuck with. So if you don't understand what anti-analysis techniques are being used in a specific sample, I'll be more than happy to teach you about that specific sample. So that brings an end to this quick video. I hope you do consider the course, and I'll be extremely grateful if you were to purchase it. And I believe it's a great help to anyone looking at getting into malware analysis, and it contains all the information I personally use to get to where I am today. So thanks for watching.